Good going. I just got out with the slave boat. I'm gonna try to get close up so y'all can hear me because I know y'all can hear me all these traffic and everything. But there's also people all around, so let me give it a second because I feel this guy's following me. I literally stopped for a second, stretched, and he's still in the vicinity. So people are not even here yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for y'all to come in. But for y'all that's watching this like a video, we're really just gonna walk home real quick. It's about a 45-minute walk. That's what we're about to do. We're about to walk home. Just finished eating some SpaghettiOs, some buffalo cream of chicken. I'm not gonna lie, here in Illinois they have really good food. Like, I see why some of the people here are fat. Like, I guess I completely see why. It's like they have really good food. Like, I've never seen buffalo wing sauce or whatever, cream of chicken. That's crazy. Anyways, so happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I don't know why this Halloween seems really lame. Like, I don't know. It just seems like kind of lame. Like, for people that are like there's not one way to like celebrate this day. It's not the same feeling for everybody. Like, everybody's, like has their own feelings about it. Like, kids are supposed to be trick or treating, right? Like, this is why Halloween is weird to me. It's like, I want to show you. Beautiful, right? Like, it's really fall over here. Anyways. So, like, it's supposed to be Halloween, right? It's supposed to be for the kids. But, like, I'm feeling like it's really like the adults that are really like celebrating Halloween more than the kids are. Like, it feels like the adults are celebrating more. It feels like all the adults are like, what's that? Hi, how's it going? Hey, what's up, Daddy? Arthur, what's up? Just taking a little walk right now. It's just like Halloween. Like, everybody's like, it's all the adults are just dressing up in costumes, and they're doing everything. And it's kind of ironic, because I was just watching the news in the break room, and literally, like, they're saying in Chicago, like, there's not that many kids out right now in the streets, and it's gonna get dark in like the next 2 hours. It's gonna get really cold too. So, like, why would anybody be outside? So it's like, it's really just the adults that are doing stuff. It's kind of lame. Like, it's kind of lame, like, in reality of it. But at the same time, it's kind of cool. But it shows also, like, how childish we are. Maybe it's because we grew up in the 90s where, like, we didn't have the internet. So, like, maybe we just, like, went outside more. So, like, we're used to that shit. While, like, this generation's like, they don't care, Anyway. Got off to work. So I just got off work. I'm just chilling right now. Trying to walk back home. I was gonna go back to the east side of Chicago, but this weekend. But I was like, shit, I don't feel like it. Only because the beach is over there, but it's cold. So why would I even want to be at the beach? But I like the beach. It's really nice. It's really nice. The weather's been all right, so the weather's been good. So I kind of want to talk about a little bit about sexuality right now because I don't know, like I just feel some type of way, and I feel like something to talk about. So like I don't know if y'all know or whatever, remember, but like I was really depressed for a little bit when I first came down here. Started drinking, and I can't take my medication and drink at the same time, so I just didn't take the medication. And then I ended up skipping like days or whatever. My testosterone levels rose, and like my whole body like changed really quickly, right? That's what makes me really want to get an oophorectomy because it's kind of ridiculous. But anyways, so like my facial hair grew in thicker, and so when I finally shaved, it was like I had to shave like 3-4 times just to like get it out because like my face is like the pores are small because I've been taking the medication, right? But like when I wasn't, they were growing in thick, like the hairs that were growing underneath the skin was growing in thick. So when I got back on the medication, basically HRT, it's like my face, my pores were not like big enough for the hairs to come through. So I had to like put the chemical on, you know, the cream that you put on your hair, your body and your hair, and you like wipe it off. I had to use that like multiple times, and it's still a lot. You can kind of see a little bit. I'm just a little OCD about it, but you can see like small little hairs on my face or whatever. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't take your hormones. And then it's like, it's weird because like when I wasn't on hormones, I was always horny all the time. I guess that's testosterone, but like I wasn't like, it's not the same. I don't know how to explain it, but like because what I'm taking is like a herb and it's high in progesterone, like I literally, you know, progesterone can make you horny. So like it's a different type of horny. Like when I wasn't on hormones, the level of horny that I was feeling was kind of like horny, you know? And then like when I got on progesterone again or whatever, I was like, you know, taking the hormones I was taking and it's high in progesterone, like literally I've been horny as fuck, you know? And it's weird because I'm like masturbating or whatever, and like there's literally nothing coming out. So it's like I'm just dry, you know? There's like nothing coming out. I'm like dry down there and whatnot. And it's crazy because it's like it's just weird, you know? Like what am I supposed to do? Oh, let me run across this thing. This light doesn't last that long. But yeah, so, you know? So, like, I've been using the front more than I've been using the back, of course, because I threw all my stuff away. So I have nothing, you know? So I've been using the front, not the back. And it's been kind of fun. But because I've been taking my medication on time, and I've been doing it probably for the past week now, you know, my levels kind of leveled out now, so I'm good now. And I don't really feel horny anymore. Like, you know, like I did it this morning and it was just like, It's like, it's a really weird feeling, you know? Like, if I'm not on HRT, like, I can do it and it's gonna be like, meh. You know, kind of like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, you know, it's like eating food. Like you're going to go to McDonald's every time. Yeah, McDonald's tastes great, right? I mean, it does. But if you eat it every day, it just becomes like whatever. But really, it's just a go-to, you know? But like, when I'm like starting back, like, you know, my levels are starting to level out. When I start taking the HRT, it's like, what happens is I start to feel like satiated by it. Like it's almost like a satiation. It's like, oh, like I really needed this, you know? And then once I keep on taking it, probably like for like a week, then the next week it's like, oh, this is disgusting. Like, I'm just like, it's just crazy how like my mind does that, and my body does that, and it's horrible too on the body because as trans girls or whatever, like literally, like let's say you're not on hormones, you're gonna be horny all the time, right? But then like you get on hormones, your levels are leveling out, and then like you might be horny for like a different type of horny, especially if you're on progesterone of some sort, right? It's a different type. It's like you're more like into it, you know what I mean? And you feel kind of like hungry for it. And then out of nowhere, you're just like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, you're just like, that's super disgusting. It just becomes so disgusting. It just becomes so disgusting. And it's kind of funny. I don't know why. I'm really close to the camera because I know y'all probably can't hear me because of cars or whatever. So, and people walking around now, I don't really trust people. I just don't. Sorry. I've been trying to like voice train a little bit more, but like for me, I was like in band and like music class since I was like a kid, so I know how to play like instruments or whatever. That's not the point. But I know how almost to sing, but I know how to sing too because I made recorded music or whatever. And when I got a like instrument class or whatever, I basically joined a band, and the guy was teaching me how to sing or whatever. But really, he taught me how to be a recording artist and how to use, electronic beats and sounds or whatever. That's not the point. The point is, for me, I didn't learn like, analytically, like what's what when it comes to singing, but I learned basically how to sing, emotionally, if that makes sense, right? So for me, when I learned voice training, it was like I couldn't, like y'all talking about the larynx, right? You got to swallow, how to like not speak with like this part of your mouth, but like speak with like the first part, the top part, like the tip of your tongue, things like that. And those work, but to put it all together sometimes doesn't really work, To put it all together doesn't really work. So it's like it's easier for me because when I was basically learning how to sing from this rapper / rock star or whatever, which a few of my friends said, when we started a little rap group or whatever, or rock group or whatever you want to call it, like he was like, you gotta envision it, you gotta listen to yourself, and like you gotta hear it in your head. And then I started remembering when I used to play horn instruments, it's kind of the same thing, because it's not your own voice, but he told me to use your voice as an instrument, like you would do in band class. And so it kind of reminded me of like band class, and I was like, oh, so for me, it's like I can't be doing all this like use your larynx and this your tongue and tonality, and I can't do all that. For me, it's best for me to just think it, like just hear the sound in my head. And I realize this is how a lot of people do voice impressions so well. They can hear it in their head, and then they can speak it. I used to do a little bit of voice impression myself. Like I can hear a voice in here. We can all hear like SpongeBob's voice in our head. We all can hear like Donald Trump's voice in our head, things like that. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, a lot of voice training that I'm like working on now, and it's just basically just getting into my own head. And yeah, and also I don't know, it's kind of weird here. Like here in Illinois, it's like people aren't really trying to prove me wrong for being trans. Some people are, but I feel like maybe it's because I'm so deep into my transition type shit, like that like nobody's here to like mess with me. And I'm grown too, I'm grown, so I think that's the reason why. So everybody's kind of like, oh, that's just him. And I don't look like a punk bitch. So yeah. I think that's what it is. So yeah, and what really got me into it was like I was looking up female voices versus male voices, and only male voices are like in the chest. So when I'm bored, tired, I talk monotone, and the monotone that I speak or whatever. So yeah, the monotone that I speak is like my lazy voice or whatever, right? So that for me is a voice that I can use. When I use basically when I'm tired, it's like my chest voice. And then you have like, like your head voice. And it's funny because that's how a lot of us, that don't, voice training or whatever, tell them everything. Yeah, that's how a lot of us that don't voice train and our voices are just like this, whether we be gay or whatever, trans, whatever. Like a lot of us have a high pitched voice because it's in our head. It's in our head. So that's how that is. It's in our heads. So, but I wasn't talking about sex. But yeah, so like, I don't know. Like I like a lot of like male attention or whatever, right? But at the same time, like, it's really weird because, like, I don't know. It's weird, I like male attention, right? But I don't know. I feel like there's always a love between. I think trans women are in love with gay men, whether they be feminine or masculine, and I don't know whether they be top or bottoms. I think they just love them because, or just queer men in general, because they're like, they understand. It's weird how to explain it, but I don't know. Anyways, so I've gotten a lot of attention from like straight guys, but yesterday, and I'm not saying he's gay, but yesterday, I was literally walking in work, and I saw this black guy, and he was muscular, right? He's toned, but he had the fattest ass. I was glued to it. Like I couldn't stop looking. He saw me looking, and I was like, oh my God. And I felt like a weirdo because you already know, like I'm not trying to like draw unnecessary attention to myself, but like, my God, So I was like, oh my God, like I felt so ashamed, but I have been, masturbating. So, like, and it's weird because, like I said before, like when I first started to do it again, it hurts. But then, like, you get used to it, and the more you use it, the more you're good. So, wait a second. Lots of people around. I'm gonna take the back street today because I don't feel like walking straight there. There's too many people in the streets, so I'm gonna walk to the back street. Look at this guy sauce on me. Eat SpaghettiOs. So, And it's weird because so if that's just me like getting back on it, right? My levels rising up. So imagine, right, in a certain homeostasis where my estrogen levels are higher than my testosterone levels, right? Like certain things are gonna happen. And so it's weird because it's like at first, right? Because my levels were high, it's like I didn't really like want to have sex. And your penis becomes atrophied, as they say. Basically, it doesn't get hard. It doesn't get hard quick. And it hurts. So you kind of don't want to do it, and you don't have the desire to do it. Here's the funny thing about it, too. Like, so if I see a guy, with a big butt, especially if he's muscular, I get turned on. But it's weird because, it's like before. Let me make sure I'm safe. Yeah, we're good. Because it's like pre-transition, right? Pre-transition, I was literally a gay top, right? And I want to get into that too, but we'll make a video or something else. But I was a top. So like my psychosomatic, what turns me on psychologically are like gay bottoms. And the more masculine they are, the more I get turned on. But it's weird though, because it's like I'm not really wanting my piece down there anymore. I don't really want all that. I can't even use it like that anymore. And it's funny to me because it's like, here I am, I can't use it. And then somebody said that same thing. They were like, oh, I thought that when I transitioned that, things are going to change, but I'm still attracted to women, whoop-de-whoop. I was like, okay, I mean, whatever, but now I see what she meant by that, Because it's so true. Like, I thought when I transitioned that, and you have to feel it too, you change it too, But it's weird because you're like, oh, I start to realize I'm not really attracted to straight guys. You might be attracted to me, because how I look, but in all reality, you know what I mean? Like, they're not, like, when they talk to me, they start to realize, like, oh, I'm not a girl, Not because of my voice or anything, but it's just how I, like, engage with them. I engage in, like, buddy talk or whatever. But, yeah. So I started to realize, like, man, I can't really, like, I'm not really girly like that, to the point where, like, guys are like, oh my God. So, I don't know. It's just kind of ironic. Gotta take a real quick whiz. Real quick. But yeah, so it's like basically I didn't realize, but I realize now my attractions stay the same. I'm still attracted to men, and it's not because my initial attractions, right? It's really just because I'm 32 years old. I've only had sex with men and one trans woman my entire life, and I was always the top. And here's the weird part too: like I didn't choose them; they chose me. So I never pursued anybody either. So it's weird for me. I'm like, man, I've always been a top my whole transition, and it's like, sorry, my whole life. But like now I'm in transition. I don't really want to be a top, not because I'm transgender, but really because of the fact that it's like I can't top anymore. I can't top. Like it doesn't work anymore like that. It takes way longer, and I don't even want to do it. Like I literally don't even want to do it. I have no desire to do it. If I do it, it'll be just to exercise the muscles, so it doesn't completely atrophy, and I'm just like hurting the whole time. Like it really hurts. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I didn't like masturbate for like 3 months or whatever, like literally, it like the skin was tight. You know, the skin was tighter. You know, and it doesn't like fill up with blood so easily. Like when I was a guy, it was always kind of meaty. Even when it was soft, it was like still kind of meaty. You know, but like now it's like skinny and soft. It's weird. It's skinny, small, and soft. So yeah, and the skin is even softer. So I can't just like go to town on it. Because if I do, I'm gonna hurt myself. So it just hurts. It just hurts in general. Like I don't even want to do it like that. I'd rather use the back door. If you know what I mean. I'd rather use the back door because I don't feel like doing all that. I'd rather use the back door. But yeah. So it's weird, Like I'm looking at like, okay, and I start asking myself, like, okay, if you like fat asses, like why aren't you into, girls? I had to ask myself that question because I always thought that was weird too. At the time, when I was a guy, I was into girls and guys. But now, I don't know, it's just like, I know it sounds really crazy, but like I just want a hairy ass bottom who I can like bend over and start doing it to, and just feeling a guy's skin, how hard it is, and like the contrast, and like feeling like I always like my fantasies be like, I think about bending a guy over who got a hairy ass, and like I'm giving it to him right, nice and slow, and then like have like a little orgasm or whatever. I don't like come or whatever, but like I have like a orgasm, and I like lay on his back. That's like always like in my mind. Like I always think about that, like laying my titties on his back, like and my nipples are like cold and like soft, and I touch like his like back, and it's all hard and muscular and hairy and warm. Like I don't know why, like my mind thinks that immediately. Like that's like one of my fantasies. So that's why I be so turned on by like muscular bottoms, So that's that. I don't know. Something like really crazy, but that's how you thinking, But it's crazy because like I wouldn't even want it all the time. Because even if, like right now, because I've been doing it so much, the skin doesn't hurt, so I can do it. But, hell no. I'm just like, oh, hell no. Like, I can't even, like, no. Like, I don't know why. It's crazy. Because you can go like from night to day. It's like night to day. Like literally. I can be like the freakiest bitch. Want to drink like do some porno shit, Like some weird porno shit. like guys coming into a cup or something, and I'm just like drinking that shit. 10 guys, you know? And then like out of nowhere, just like looking at somebody naked is like, ugh, put some fucking clothes on. That's disgusting. Like, I don't know why I didn't like that. You know? It's kind of crazy. I've honestly seen the trans girl that I had sex with. I feel like she felt that way. Because she was a prostitute, right? But she was classy, so I didn't really, you know, you're not going to feel like she's, you know, prostituting. But anyway, so I remember when we were finished, she put on her clothes, and the look in her eyes was just like, oh, like I can't, but like, it was kind of like, like, I just put that in me, like, I can tell she was looking like, like she had a like look on her face, and then we realized, like, man, you know, at the time, I didn't know what that look meant, but now I know what that look meant. Because she's trying to make her money, you know? So she was just doing what she had to do to make her money. But now I know what that look meant. It meant, like, I really am not turned on right now, like, at all. But at the same time, I gotta make my money. So, very interesting, to say the least. Give me a second. Give me a second. How to get away from that guy in his big ass truck. But yeah, so very interesting, to say the least. How that works. And so it's not that I'm not attracted to women. Sometimes I feel like I just need to have sex with a woman, and maybe I'll be attracted. But I think the reason why I'm not attracted to women is because of how they've done me in the past. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just how I feel. Like, I can never be attracted to a woman. It's just, and here's the funny thing. I think that's not really what it is. I think it's certain women too. You know? It's certain women. And certain things about women. For example, like, I'm attracted to, like, black women, right? Like, their bodies, but I really don't like their face. I also, and it's not just that, it's like I'm 6'2", you know? Like, I'm also not attracted to women because they're very short, you know? Women are not like a moderate height, you know? Shit, most people aren't a moderate height, you know? The average guy is like, at most 5'8", you know? Anyways. But yeah, so vape card. Oh, my husband just died, dog. Yeah. Suck this thing dry. I'm playing. I really don't care like that. It'd be kind of cool. Like, oh, God, I'm one high. But, but it's not like, I need it. Like, no. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. I'm just like, I need it. Nah, it's not like that at all. You know. Like, it'd be cool, but it ain't like that serious. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Got the situation here. I think Halloween from now on is going to be an adult holiday. Like, It's gonna be an adult holiday. It's not even a kid's holiday anymore. Thank the phones and the internet. Brown's chicken. It tastes better than what? Not playing. So yeah. As soon as I get paid, it's the first thing I'm gonna do is fix my glasses or get some new ones. They're gonna be cheap though, for sure. They'll be cheap, and then my feet are killing me. And then okay, hold on, man, that brown chicken smells amazing. Just the smell off that thing. You seen that episode of Harley Quinn when the shark boy like smelled the blood and then he ate his brother? That's how I feel about that chicken right now. Just smelling it, my eyes getting all dilated, like, oh. Not playing. I'm like, stop, that's your brother. Yeah. Horrifying, to be honest with you, but anyways, yeah. Shit. What else? We're almost there now, so we're gonna cut it off soon. I might not. I'm gonna hit the park. That way, Man. The sun's about to go down anyway, so I'm probably gonna hit to the park first. I hate these lights here. The light could be green, and then the light is also green. That's what I hate. Like right now, I'm crossing the street because the light's green, but then this light's green, so they have to turn. It's crazy. I hate that they have it like that. I hate that they have it like that. Like literally, the light will be green, people are going straight, and then on the opposite side, people are turning left at the same time. Like what? I guess it's not to keep they don't have a lot of lanes here, so probably it's just to keep the traffic low. But it'd be like annoying because you're like, man, can I cross the street? Gee. Shade. Yeah. It's like buying some candy, but I don't need no candy right now, to be honest. I'm kind of craving something sweet, something savory at the same time. Like fried chicken and donuts. Sounds horrible, when it comes to health-wise, but I could use some fried chicken and donuts right now. Anyways, shoot. Passing up the camp right now. It's a monarch city. We got out of the road. Come on, G. Now's not the time to chicken out on this. I'm gonna just walk over. I'm gonna walk over there. It's not that far. It's not that far. I was gonna walk on the other side, but there's no point. It's about to, So yeah. I'm gonna choose a different side. I don't want to sit over there anymore. So yeah. We walking with so nice. Greeny. Oh my god. Anybody know what those are? Those little brown things? Like yellow balls. Then they turn brown. The mockingbird over here that's keeping me up. You hear that thing? I should be like yelling at like nighttime. I'd be like, God damn, like shut the fuck up. Seriously, everything I'm like, shut up. Like things like that. I don't know what that is. You see, that's what I like about Illinois. I can't lie. Like their trees and their forests, they're not like really that bushy. You know, and they're bushy, but you can work with it. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and sit right here. You know, hang out over here right now. Ooh, like these right here. What are those? Oh my goodness gracious! Like, what are these? This one's kind of fresh too. Yeah, like they smell like limes. I don't think they're limes though. They smell like lemons. Oh, let's open that. No? Oh God. They ain't that far away from the street either. I don't know why. Whatever. Just chilling out over here for a little bit. Oh God. Like this thing right here, it kind of smells like a pine cone. It has like a lemony smell. It's kind of soft to the touch. Open it up and see. Somebody or something's over there. Let's open it up and see. It's not that juicy. Oh wow. This is. The seed in the milk smells bad. At least it doesn't smell good. How the inside looks. You know what this is? I don't know. It's the seed in the inside, I guess. It's like soft to the touch. But the outside smells like a lime or a lemon. Even the flesh is not that fragrant. Oh, it's that. The flesh isn't that fragrant, but the skin is amazing. It smells amazing. Tell me if somebody's trying to kill me back there. Jason Voorhees just comes out. Honestly, this is exactly how someone would die in like 2025. Friday the 13th. They just be like going live, like, "Hi, what's up, guys? I'm Camp Crystal Lake." They just comes out of nowhere into the shop, like, yeah. Getting up on live right now. Everybody's kind of chill. It's Friday. It's getting late. I guess nobody wants to be out here right now. I don't think it's a human. I think it's an animal. Humans don't expose themselves that easily. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I'm just chilling, guys. It's kind of weird, though. You know. I think it's just squirrels. You gotta be. That's a lot of sound. It's a lot of noise. So yesterday, this area is very, very like it's rich. Even on the way up here, like if I keep on walking down the street, oh my god, this place is rich. It is rich. Part of me wants to be like, no, it's not, but like it is. I can't lie. You know, and I say that only because like I've been dumpster diving for a while now, and there's a lot of stuff over here. Like, there's always so much food. They have an Aldi, they have the Jewels. Well, Jewels, you can't really dumpster dive in Jewels, right? But like, they have a Dollar Tree. I'll be dumpster diving there. And then like, I went into the like Wendy's yesterday, got a whole bunch of chicken tenders. And then I went to Aldi, and I was headed towards the Dunkin' Donuts and the KFC to see if they have food in there. I found food in there. So it's just kind of crazy, because it's like, man, there's so much food and resources here. Like, why would you? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. It's like a woodpecker or something, or a mockingbird or something, making all that noise. I'd be hearing it over there. I probably have to move deeper into the forest because I feel like people are gonna start seeing me. I'm pretty close to the street, to be honest. Like really close to the street. No cap. But the problem is it's like a dead tree or whatever. There's a dead tree in the middle of the forest, and so like it's kind of old, but not too old. Where like there's other trees now there, but at the same time, like it's still hard. It's not like dying or something. Like one of the other trees, like you step on it, it's just gonna shatter into like dust. But yeah, so like it's surrounded by other trees now, but like it's taking up a lot of space to where like you can't really maneuver. Like, and all the leaves are gone, so all the branches, all the small branches are just like it's making it awkward to like be around. But I'm really basically around that tree, so you know. They don't have any rats here either. That's really surprising. Like you would think all this stuff to dumpster dive, and they don't even like have rats. You know, like even when I was dumpster diving yesterday at the Aldi, like behind the Aldi, the view is so nice. It's ridiculous. Like you see like these power lines or whatever, and you can hear the electricity, but it's like right next to like a small little pond or whatever, like some water basically, a little pond. They have a lot of little ponds here. Like you just like come around like some place and it's like a pond, versus like in Houston or whatever, it would be like a bayou. The bayous are nice, but it's not like the same. And the way it looks, like it just looks really nice. Like they have like a little pond, and then like it's like a walkway almost, and it's like grass, and then there's like it's not like a fence or anything. It's like two like poled fences. Like instead of like a fence, it's like just black poles type of fence. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but it looks nice. It looks really nice. Like I really wanted to just sit there and then stare at the stars. It's really beautiful. I was like, man. I saw something in the corner of my eye. But yeah. We don't have that much engagement right now. I might go ahead and like call it. I might go ahead and call it though. Not that much engagement right now. I might get back on later. Maybe not. Probably gonna go on tomorrow though for sure. I'm gonna go take a shower at Planet Fitness. I'm gonna go to Walgreens and I have to buy the antiseptical soap for my hair. My scalp be having that like, oof. It's mostly when I eat like processed foods, but yeah, my scalp is pretty bad. I gotta get that antiseptical soap. It's basically a fungus that's going on my scalp. It's a fungus. A lot of people need that. It's when I was vegan, I didn't have that at all. Like it wasn't a big deal. So when I stopped being vegan, I used to have this dry ass scalp that you would scratch and it'll itch, and then like you'll have like these little like scabs almost. It will feel like a scab or like dried up maybe sebum or something, but it's not. It's like a fungus. And it grows when you basically your GI tract, your gut is unhealthy. You're eating like a lot of processed foods. Basically, it's from processed foods. To be honest. Oh my god, I can't really see my breath forming. It's weird too because like you get so used to the cold here in Chicago. You get used to it if you're like, if you're learning to adapt to it instead of like always heating your body up. You kind of shock your body into cold. Your body gets used to the cold. Your body gets used to it. I'm posting more on TikTok. Probably gonna start my own channel on TikTok, whatever. There's a lot of people on TikTok that really ain't shit. you know, they really ain't shit. Like so much. Like they really like meh. But TikTok's turning into the new YouTube. YouTube is kind of basically dead now. YouTube is like, how regular TV was, and then we got cable. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. Like that's basically what that is. Like that's basically what that is. Like really though, I can't lie. Like how we have regular TV, then there was cable, and then there's like on demand or whatever. But then there's like streaming services. Basically, that's what we're dealing with right now. YouTube is like regular TV. TikTok, well, I would say Instagram is like, because Instagram's still good, but like Instagram's kind of like meh. Instagram is like on demand. No, my bad. Instagram is really, I wouldn't say cable, but it's like, okay. I would say it's like on demand. Yeah, it's like on demand. Because there's you can't really look up things on Instagram, right? You can just look at posts. Like you can just scroll through posts, but you can't like go look things up. It's just crazy. You gotta look at people's channels. You can't look up like a type of video or something. TikTok is more like streaming services. You know what I mean? YouTube is like regular TV. YouTube's basically dead now. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like for like the average person to like start a YouTube channel, I'm not saying you can't start a YouTube channel nowadays. You still can. Like you still start a YouTube channel and make it great. You don't have to be like amazing or whatever, But like when I say regular TV, it's like how like back in the day, like we watched movies on regular TV, and then like they like they will say like something like they will want to say bitch, and they said bitch. You just know because their mouth and whatever, and then they'll say like batch or something. Like she ain't nothing but a batch, and you be like looking like they say bitch at that moment, or you watched the movie before, or they cut out certain scenes, or even they cut out whole scenes because they were just like, like it's not gonna fit in the time span that we need to have it on, so it can finish within the 30-minute, 30-minute mark. Like I hate that shit. With the 5-minute commercials, it's not gonna work. So like they cut out whole scenes, and you were like, they cut out a whole scene from Bad Boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Or they cut out a whole scene from Finding Free Willy. Like, remember that? It's basically what that is. So, yeah, that's regular TV. That's what YouTube is basically now. Like, YouTube's getting boring. Like, I get more views on TikTok. I dropped a video today just talking about my experience being trans and at work, and just having guys hit on me and like be interested, but then like be scared or whatever, right? I just posted like how I feel about it, like because some trans girls said like, I'd be very weary. I wouldn't take that much stock into guys that are attracted to you as a trans woman and and I'm like, you never know. I don't want any sexual harassment cases or situations, and I also don't want like to be hurt, physically, and anything like that. I don't want any weird guys around me, like any weirdo energy. So I ain't gonna lie to you though. Like I'm probably gonna have sex with somebody. Like I don't care at this point. You know, just to do it, just to have that experience. Just to be like, yeah, I had sex with a trans woman now. Ooh, the head is itching. That's what I'm planning on doing. Mm. If I can have sex with a trans woman. Because I've had sex with worse people, to be honest. I don't really care. Like uglier people. So I really don't care. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. Hmm. Here's the weird thing. I can't even watch TV. Like I literally be bored out of my mind, and I can't even watch like HBO Max or whatever because I find movies and TV so boring and unrelatable. Like I think that's the reason why, as a trans woman, as a spiritualist, as a realist, that's not like part of the normal society. Like in general, you know, when you're conscious, it's like I can't really watch certain things. I can't even like watch a romance. So like I can't watch a lot of this stuff. I just can't do it. You know, it's really like lame, and then it's like it's programming. You know, they just want to program you with the same okie dokie mother, okie dokie stuff, and it's like I'm at this point where I'm just like I can't even watch that stuff anymore. It's really lame. Like the okie dokie, no, I'm kind of done with the okie dokie. So like watching a movie is kind of lame. Like I only like watching certain things that I already have like a what's the word? For example, like I like watching like superhero movies and TV shows. As long as it's like the okie dokie when it comes to like that, you know what I mean? Like I could watch like that, but I don't want no like program type of, you know what I mean? Where they kind of program you, you know what I'm talking about, where they like have some movies or some TV shows where it's like, oh my god, too much. For example, like the Superman movie, like the first half of the movie, horrible to me because the dialogue, what they were talking about, how they expressed it, I was kind of just like, ugh, I wasn't there for it. Oh, oh, I'm coming. Oh my god, that was scary. Y'all hear that? That was kind of scary. It's like a wild boar or something. Yeah, oh my god. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, it's kind of boring. That's why we don't watch anything. I haven't even, but I've watched a lot. I was like watching this YouTube video, or whatever, this YouTube short of this animation show that I watched on HBO Max, and I forgot what it's called, but it's basically about these like astronauts that go to like a different planet, and it's like a really trippy video, and it's crazy because I wish I kind of saw this like when I was like younger, like in my early 20s. Oh my god, if I saw it when I was in my early 20s, taking acid and all that shit, like smoking hella weed with my friends, oh my god, we'd have been tripping out. I'd been like, bro, put that shit on, bro. It's so trippy. It's just so trippy. We would have been tripping out. We would have been like, oh, like, bro. Cause I remember this one music video we watched where it was like when I was in high school, and like we had smoked some weed and we were just watching it, and it was so trippy. It was so trippy. Like it was like a clay motion picture You know what I mean? Like those motion still. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, it was really really trippy. But like, oh my god, I forgot that what the name of the show is. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But like that shit was weird. That shit was crazy. It was just weird how they would do things. They would like grab like things from the planet and then like do like right now just like grab like this, you know. They'll just grab like a something from the planet like this or and open it up and it's like a being inside here. Then it would like press on something or whatever inside of this thing, and then like it'll like die and then like be absorbed by the thing, and then the thing will turn into like something else or whatever. Like it's crazy, man. Like that shit was crazy. And there's another animation. I forgot what the name of it is too. Now I'm trying to think of the name. I don't think it's something effect, but anyways, it's when that guy. I think it's probably the same animation. It seems like it is. Not really. Anyways, so like this guy creates like a mushroom that like literally heals anything and everything. And it can bring you back to life, but you like go into this other realm or something like that. It's really cool. It's a really good animation, like animated like TV show. Man, that was a really good animated TV show. Like it's just really good. I can't even lie. It's only one season, but it's like really, really good. I wish we had more like I wish we had more of a fan base for like animated like shows because I like watching shows, but I don't like watching like human shows all the time. I like watching like animated shows because you can do more. You know what I mean? With the people and the characters, and they can do things that make no sense that are just ridiculous. You can make it realistic. You can make it super fantasy. You can make it make sense or not make sense. You know, I like watching animated shows, but it's like Americans don't really make that many animated shows. They're like one hitter quitters. You know, you're only gonna have like a good animated show every once in a while. But I feel like HBO Max was trying to like put a lot of animated things out. You know, they're trying to put a lot of animated things out. But anime itself is like has its own lore, like its own way of doing things. So that's why I don't watch a lot of anime anymore. Because it's the same old, over and over and over again. Let's be honest. Every once in a while, you'll find a good anime that's like, okay, this is totally different, but that's what you're looking for, you know? Like, I'm not looking for, like, what's a typical anime? I don't even know. But, you know, I'm not looking for, like, a Hero Academia or whatever. I'm looking for, like, you remember the award-winning show Monster that was on Sci-Fi? Like, something like that. Like, something that's just completely different, you know? I'm not looking for like Ranma 1.5 or like Dragon Ball Z or anything or like Inuyasha or Naruto. I'm looking for something like completely different. Even a dramatic anime, I'm not looking for a dramatic anime. I'm looking for something like that's completely different. You know, basically just a show that's a good show that just happens to be animated. You know. Anyways, man. Can't wait to get that shampoo. Take a shower tomorrow. Get all that crap out of my hair. I'm probably gonna be in the shower for a long time. I'm gonna come back here. I'm probably gonna come back here. I'm probably not gonna go to the park. Probably. Shit, I was gonna leave and go back to, like I said, the east side of Chicago, but the northeast side, but I don't want to. It took me 7 buses to get up here. I know you're like, why don't you just take the train? Let me tell you something. I really am scared as fuck to take that train. Because, like, it's not as simple. Like, you go to the train station, and there's so many different trains, and there's all this stuff. You don't know if it's, you know what I mean? Like, Houston, I'm going to be honest with you. Houston, it's like, there's no subways. The train is, like, out. You know what I mean? Just really, like, it's out on the street. The train is out on the street. You know what I mean? Like, it's one train. It comes, it opens the door, you just get in, and then like it just goes and it goes, you know, where you need to go. You know what I mean? Here it's like it goes in the subway, it goes underground, it goes above ground, like it goes, you know what I mean? Like the train goes underground, it goes above ground. There's 3 stories to the train here. Like literally three still stacked on. Hell nah. Like that just scares me. Like it's just like, oh my god. It goes over bridges. The train goes over bridges, it goes underground. There's 3 levels to the train. Like that's a lot going on right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't even look like new. It looks very old. And like it looks extremely old. You know what I mean? Like it don't look like Houston. Like how it looks very new. It's simplistic. The train tracks are on the street. You know, so it's like I'm scared as hell to take the train. Yeah, you know, Chicago. Like I'm not gonna take the train. You crazy? You be crazy. That's a goddamn chihuahua compared to the goddamn wolf. You know. But yeah, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. You know, it's getting dark. It's crazy. I finally get a shift where I'm like not working at night, right? Finally in my life. I'm at that age, I guess, now where, you know, speaking of which, most of the old people work in the mornings and they don't even work on the weekends. Like today, I guess Fridays, they don't work on Fridays. It's a lot of young people there. It's funny because nobody was weird today. Like, and I realized it's because they're all really young. They're all like in their 20s. They don't give a damn. And they all see me and they see how old I am. And they're just like, oh. Because they see I'm trans, but they don't give a damn because they're in their 20s. And it made me start really thinking, like, oh, it's all the older people that are tripping. Man, who cares about them? They're dead. They're about to die. Like, I started realizing, man, like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Like, what? Like, older people don't like trans people. Like, that's basically what it is. Younger people don't care. They don't care, or they're attracted. They really don't care. Like, I don't know. Young people just don't care. Like, people in their 20s, they just do not care that somebody is trans. Like, that doesn't, like, mean anything to them. Like, you know? Like, it doesn't mean anything to them. And it's kind of crazy to me. Like, young people don't care at all. Like they're not even like, oh, that's not right. They just don't care. They don't even looking. They're not checking for you like that. They do not care. Versus like older people, they're so like, oh, that's not right. I'm attracted to you. I should be trying to sleep with you. I gotta grab your pussy and make sure it's a real pussy. Like they, you know what I mean? It's like this. I don't approve. I need to confront you. Like they're like older people are really weird about it. Like they feel like whatever's in their head, they have to express that when it comes to you being trans. Young people don't care. They're just like, oh, trans, not trans, whatever. You know, unless they're like are part of that type of, you know, like they some, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're a guy and they're like chauvinistic asshole, they're a gangster or something, or they think they're a thug or something, or you know, this chick is like an asshole, she's a bitch or something, you know, type shit, you know, things like that. Or the guy who's an incel thinks that like, you know, he can get with a trans girl because she's the bottom of the barrel, you know, so then he starts having a fascination with trans women or whatever, and then it's like he thinks he can come to you and say whatever, and then like you'll just take it, like whatever, you know. So I don't know. Anyways, been about an hour now. I might cut this off soon. Actually, I'm going to cut it off soon, but you know. I want to say this right now just because like I've been thinking about it. I don't really want to hold it in. There's no reason. Maybe I'll put it on TikTok or whatever. Um, but I realized when I was a gay man, like that I was always transgender. I just didn't know that was. And it's crazy because I realize now, like, how do I put this? Like, how do I put this? Like I realized my attraction to gay men, especially like effeminate men or just whatever, but being a top basically, my attraction to being a top gay man was basically because like I was raised to be masculine. You get what I'm saying? So it's like for me, I didn't have the space or the room or whatever to be effeminate or be feminine. So being around gay men, right, specifically bottoms, topping a lot of bottom guys, it was like not a lot. Let's not say that, but there was people in the comments, oh, like no, 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 no. On the same hand, one hand, for real, one hand. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, wait a minute. No, no, one hand. But seriously though, yeah, like it's because I didn't have any connections to femininity, and that was my connection to femininity, you know. Just to be around a lot of feminine gay men, all the way from when I was a kid. Like my first best friend or whatever, first friend was this gay boy. This very, very, very effeminate gay boy. All the way when I was like in kindergarten and first grade and all that, you know? It's because I couldn't act effeminate because it got shot down by my family and my family friends or whatever, right? So that was basically that. Then I started to realize, you know, when there was trans women, that I transitioned, and I realized like now that like, well, not the transition. Let's not talk about transition. So then, like when I started to get exclusively into trans women, like I started to get attracted to trans women. My attraction to trans women was really because I wanted to get closer to trans women. You know, basically that I wanted to be as close as I could to that. You know, it's ironic to me. Like I'm like, oh wow, I start to realize that's really what it was. You know, I was thinking about this when I was at work. I was like, I started connecting the dots, and I realized maybe the reason why I'm attracted to gay boys or whatever, right, is because where it comes from is when I was a guy, it's like I couldn't express femininity. I wasn't raised to be feminine. So like I couldn't express that, you know? Even though I still did or whatever in my own way. I couldn't really express it. It was basically unevolved, very elementary. That's why even now I like acting very cute because like it's childish femininity. It's not really refined. You know, at least when it comes to, you know, living in the world and whatnot, you know? If that makes sense, you know? Like the femininity I have in my head is basically like very cute and childish femininity because I never got to experience femininity. So I never got a chance to evolve into a mature version of femininity. So, yeah, and I realized that's why like I was like into certain guys, but then like I was more into exclusively trans women, but because of the hyper masculinization that you end up getting into to combat those feelings, it's like you start to think like, oh, I'm just a straight guy type shit, right? Because I'm into trans women, but like I'm just a straight guy or whatever. But in reality, it's like, nah, as you can see, I realized like, oh, it's really because I just wanted to be trans the whole time. Like, I'm trans, you know, the whole time. I just didn't know how to express it or express that, you know? Kind of weird because like now my attractions are like combating against me where it's like I might be attracted to gay boys, but like, do I really want to be? And now, because of how I was raised and how I've been in the world, you know, I'm not really, super feminine. The squirrels here are different. If it came out like he was a dog or something. And then I caught him and he was like, oh, they started hopping away like, the hell? Anyways, for real though, I got into like at least 2, 3 fights with squirrels here. They would just come up to me like, "What's up, bro?" Like they have to fight me. I'm like, "Damn, are we for real?" But yeah, um, so yeah, that's what the situation is, you know. So it's like, so now I'm like a tom girl, basically. Sorry, tom girl. I'm a tomboy. I'm like a masculine, and it's weird to me. I don't feel like a masculine woman, right? I don't feel like a masculine woman, but I guess I am. You know, I guess maybe because like being growing up like as a man or whatever, like and trying to fit into heteronormativity or whatever. Like my brain, when I think of a butch lesbian or a butch woman, I think of like a really hardcore woman. Maybe because she is a woman and she has the room to sit here and do that, you know. But for me, I don't feel like I have the room to be as masculine as I can. You know what I mean? Or if I wanted to be, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel like I'm doing that much when it comes to that. So, but I do feel like you know, I do feel like you know, because of how I grew up and everything, I'm basically like a masculine woman. You know, and basically based off my attractions too, I realized yeah, I do want to be with like a feminine person. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like in a sense, like trans women are kind of like feminine on the outside, masculine on the inside, or something like that. And like I don't know, yeah, I guess you could say that. And like gay guys are like masculine on the outside, but feminine on the inside. And so like I don't know, but I find myself being in a compatible relationship with like because now I thought at first maybe like we were like another trans woman or whatever, but I realize now like if I'm gonna be with a person, they're probably gonna be like more effeminate than I am. Not super effeminate, like how straight cis women are or whatever. Like not straight cis women, but like feminine cis women. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not really into them, and I think that's the reason why I like. Because when I was in Houston, like my coworker, I kind of felt like we could have had a good relationship. I feel like it could have been a good friendship or a good like sexual partnership or whatever. Because they're more femme, I'm a little bit more masked, but they were a transsexual. They detransitioned. I think for safety reasons. I believe so. I don't even know, but it seemed like that was the case. Um, because of me being trans, I think made them very dysphoric. They had a big ass beard, and then when I used to come in there, with my bra, my push-up bra, and my face always shaved. Like mofo, the next week, the next week I was working there, started to shave, keep their face shaved, and I'm thinking, like, and I just thought, like, okay, but at the same time, I'm thinking, like, dysphoria is a bitch, isn't it? But that happens a lot for trans women. But yeah, it was kind of funny seeing like somebody in their later years because this motherfucker had gray hairs, on their beard. So I already knew like they're probably like in their late 30s, 40s, basically in their 40s. So you got somebody, a trans woman that's in her 40s that detransitioned, me in my early 30s, and then like another trans girl that was like in her 20s. And it's funny because the one in the 40s was detransitioned. I was like late transition, And then like the girl in their 20s like was trans, like a doll. And it was just kind of cute when you think about it. Like, anyways, so yeah, so people in their 20s, really cool. Um, yeah. Um, I feel like I'm probably gonna be with like a more feminine person than me. I'd rather be with like a more. I'd rather be with like a butch queen, like a gay guy. I like gay guys, like I just do. I feel like we vibe, and I feel like because I'm trans now, I can vibe better than I would before. Because their effeminacy, I can understand it, but because they have the masculine like strength and fortitude, you know, I can like match it somehow. I don't know. I'm not really into trans women. Like I like trans women, they're hot, whatever, but like I'm not really into them. So that's that. I'm not really into them. It's really getting dark. But yeah, I'm not really into trans women or whatever sexually. Just not really. I used to be, like I said, but now I'm kind of like, meh. Now it's just like my own sexual experiences or whatever that I'm into. I'm not really into other girls as much, you know. And here's the weird thing: like, I'm not really into trans men either, only because like I don't know, like they have vaginas, and like the only one thing you can do with a vagina, you only can get fucked. So that's kind of like I don't know. That's kind of lame. That's why a lot of trans men are gay. They like other guys, specifically cis men, which is to me kind of like what the fuck. And it's kind of gross too because then you have a lot of guys that will still hit because they're like, oh, it's really a girl though. You know, I don't know. I find it kind of disgusting. Maybe it's because like I'm really not kind of sex repulsed right now, or maybe it's because like I'm just I don't know. But like yeah, I was watching like a porno and shit. This trans man getting fucked and shit, and it was just like, ugh. Like I was just like really disgusted by it. Like completely disgusted. I was just looking like you did all that shit. You can see the lines underneath your chest where you got surgery, top surgery, did all this shit, and now you like literally just still getting fucked by dudes, acting like a little bitch. Like you know what I mean? Like the whole point of gay guys like is like they like effeminizing other guys, especially like bottoms and shit like that. So like for you to sit here, you get what I'm saying, and trying to sound all cute and shit, your voice already is high pitched, bitch. Like get the fuck out of here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like I don't know. I just find that shit to be a little weird. You know what I mean? A little, not too much. Now I can't be phobic like that. But it's like the fuck. And then it's like it's not like you can like turn around and be like, oh, I can like fuck you or something like that, or fuck a woman or something. Like you have a vagina, like you can't do shit with that shit. And that's all I gotta say. Like that's why I kind of felt like, what the fuck? Because motherfucker came there, he was like, trans guy was like, oh, all these dicks are for me. I'm just like, like what the fuck? You're not gonna see a trans woman topping a girl or a guy or anything like that and be like, like, yeah, yeah. The fuck? That's what I'm saying. It's like kind of like the contrast is kind of like, what the hell? You know? I think that's what happened. Like one time, like I had a friend who I was like with or whatever, and dude was telling me like how his friend is trans guy and shit, trying to like come on to him, and he was just like, ugh. And I don't blame him. It's because it's weird. It's like you want to be a guy and all this shit. Now you're like gay. Like what the fuck? Like you might as well stay a woman. Like what the fuck? Type shit. Like not literally, but type shit. You know? Because that shit it's kind of weird. You know? Because even for trans women, it's like having sex with like a cis woman or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it still looks like a lesbian situation. Like let's be honest, it still looks very much lesbian. It's very sensual. It's not hardcore like guys having sex with girls. You know what I mean? But like, dude, get the fuck out of here. That shit was like, and it makes it even worse because then like trans men have all this testosterone, so like they're horny as fuck too. So it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, and they still have a womb, so they still can get pregnant and shit. It's just kind of like, I don't know. That's why I always feel kind of weird about sex with trans guys. Like I would never. I'm sorry. That's weird. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. That's just really weird for me. That's taking it to a whole nother level of weird. I wouldn't even know what to do with a trans guy. You know, I think that's why a lot of like cis women don't like trans guys type shit. To be honest, like the transphobic cis women, yeah, they don't like trans. I know that it seems like they hate on trans women a lot because, you know, they openly speak about it, but like they really don't like, you know, they really don't like trans guys. Like I know they don't. Like they don't even want to. Like if you're in an all female space and there's a trans guy there and he's not passable, they're gonna feel some type of way. They're gonna feel some type of way. I promise you that. They're gonna be like. Because they're going to be thinking you doing all this shit and you not a man, like you don't have a dick. And if he is passable, they're going to be pissed off. They might be still turned on if he's very attractive, but they're going to be like, oh, so you're just tricking people out here. Like they're gonna be playing with it because it's not the same as, you know, a trans woman. She's like her penis. Because in their mind, they're thinking like, oh, you still can rape a woman or whatever, you know? But because you're a trans guy, it's like they start kind of like laughing at you. Type shit, where they're just kind of like, I've seen like lives and videos where, you know, cis women berate like trans men, and it's like kind of like mocking them, or like still like, okay, you cute though, okay, but like, so you're not even shit, you know. And you can tell, like, even one of my jobs I've had, I could tell like the girls were just talking shit, like. Type shit, you know, because like dude was a trans guy and they're probably just kind of looking like, bitch. That's why I also don't like cis women, because they kind of have this thing where they think like men are superior to them and they act like it, and it's very fucking weird. Like in general, they act like that, and it's like, ugh. You know, I could be a whole, like, if you right now, I'm a whole trans woman. You know what I mean? You can see the ass, the titties, you can see all this shit. And then, like, they'll still come up to me or look at me from afar. I mean, I'm 6'2". Being tall to a woman is like having a fat ass to men. They're going to look and be like, you know? And so that's what I'm saying. So it's like with cisgender people, if they want to, how do I put this? So many words. If they want to be gay but not feel guilty about it and still live in heteronormativity, they would have sex with somebody who's acting like the opposite sex. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of cis women want to have sex with a woman, but only if she's masculine. A lot of cis men want to have sex with a man only if he's feminine. And so that's the reason why it's like, you know, they're kind of weird about it. And they feel tricked a lot of times because they thinking that they're not in that mindset of doing that. They're in that mindset of like literally going after just the opposite sex. And when they get met with somebody who's not the opposite sex, they're thinking, I'd only have sex with you if I was accepting the fact I was going to have sex with a man. You know what I mean? Then I would have sex with you. You get what I'm saying? That's why, like, She was kind of like mocking trans man because she's thinking, I know in her mind, she's like, okay, I would have sex with her. I would do some lesbian shit, but like if I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't come to you because she wanted to do some lesbian shit. She was coming to you because she thought you were a man. See what I'm saying? And then that's when it gets all kind of weird. So that's what you have to worry about the most. That's why I kind of look like looking clocky and like looking like a brick, because it's like a lot of people can tell, and that helps, but it doesn't really help completely because you have a lot of guys that are just a lot of women. Let me you're not passable, you're a trans man. Like you're gonna have a lot of lesbians like trying to hit on you, thinking you're like the perfect lesbian. You have a lot of guys that think like I'm the perfect fag for them. So it's like, nah. But like I said, I'm not really hating on trans men. It's just I personally don't like to see that shit. Like I don't like to see trans men getting fucked or acting very effeminate. I feel like it's weird. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's weird. I mean, when I say weird, I just mean like it makes me feel like what the fuck, you know? That's all I can say. It just makes me feel weird, like, because even when I've seen trans women have sex with cis women, or I've been attracted to cis women, it's been like very sensual, not heteronormative, and trans men be doing some heteronormative ass shit. Like I swear, it's like that should be hetero as fuck, and you don't see that shit that much. You don't see that many trans women acting masculine. You just don't see that shit. When you see a lot of fucking trans men acting fucking feminine. And you know how I feel about females in general. And I just told you all that shit. So it kind of makes you feel like, here we go. She thinks that it kind of makes you feel, and I don't just say this from a feeling level, but I also believe this is kind of true to a certain extent. I'm not going to lie and sit there and say, like, AGP doesn't exist. And I kind of feel that way when it comes to being a trans man. Like, maybe that's why. They think, like, men are superior, so they, like, have this, like, it creates dysphoria, and the next thing you know, like, they want to be a man, so then they start transitioning to be one, but then they're still like a female, you know? Or some men think that life is easier for females, so they like start to like, you know, grow this like, I don't know how to describe it, but this thing, and then they end up fucking like, you know what I mean? It becomes like an AGP type of thing, and the next thing you know, they want to start transitioning because they have dysphoria. That's what I'd be thinking like is happening a lot of times. But oh, it's getting dark. I'm gonna go ahead and call it though. It's getting dark. Maybe like 30 more minutes. Maybe like 30 more minutes. Just because I kind of feel like talking right now. Yeah. That's what the situation is. It feels kind of. Sex. What can I say? At least I don't have to buy food that much. That's a good thing. But I'd be bored now. It's weird. I just feel really bored. You know? I'd just be bored, like in my own mind, I'd be bored. Like so bored. I really like my job because I don't have to look at other people. Like my job, especially my job, like I don't have to communicate with people at all. I just come to work, tell my boss I'm here so they can sign me in, like on the clipboard, and then straight to work. And I'm just working in a warehouse, TikTok shop warehouse. That's where I work, at TikTok shop warehouse. Like it's so easy. It's so easy. Just gotta go to work and start putting the packages away. So much more easier than dealing with like customer service jobs and stuff. I can't stand customer service jobs. Hell no, I'm done. I can never. Somebody like me shouldn't even be in customer service. I'm too analytical. You know? That's like the fakest shit in the world. I'm too real for that. Anyways. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm tired. The mosquitoes over here. And don't take my shoes off. I gotta use the restroom, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.